This lesson, I want to take you through a step-by-step process for creating what you see on the screen here, which is a large circle. In this case, it's 100 millimeters in diameter by 1 millimeter thick, with a large number of holes in it. Now, normally you could create this with an array, but you'd have to remove a lot of holes around it. So I'll show you how to create this without having to do a lot of removal work. So we'll start with a sketch. In this case, the sketch is a simple rectangle, and it is 50 millimeters by 1 millimeter. Once I'm done with that sketch, we can then revolve it. Now we're going to revolve it 45 degrees. We don't need to revolve it all the way around to create the cylinder. We're just going to revolve it 45 degrees to create 1/8 of a wedge of this part. From there, I'll add the hole. Again, a simple sketch of a 1 millimeter hole. Then I create an array. The array here is a standard rectangular array of the feature. So the axis is both the horizontal and vertical axis. The distribution I have set to spacing. I could turn on suppression, but I don't need to. Now, if I turn on suppression, you can see I would have to suppress a lot of these elements. The reason I'm doing the design this way is so I don't have to worry about suppressing all these elements. I create an array of 34 in X and 24 in this case, the Z axis. Leave the compute type to optimized and click OK. That creates the array. And notice it didn't take very long to calculate. The next step is I want to get rid of the Swiss cheese effect that I have here on the edge by deleting those faces. Now, the delete command is a simple command, and you can simply select the faces that you want to delete, press delete on the keyboard, and those will delete and add a delete feature into the timeline. When I click OK, those get deleted and the part gets rebuilt. Now, if I arrayed this now and created a circular pattern of this body along that axis, let's put 8 in there, you'll notice one thing that happens when I click OK. These holes don't line up because it's done at a 45-degree angle. The measurement between those holes is not going to line up. So I'll go ahead and undo that. And then I want to mirror. So I'm going to mirror that body using the flat face of that 45-degree cut. I'll join them together. That gives me a 90-degree wedge. Then I can array them as a circular pattern around that central point. So that's selecting this body. The axis, again, is the y-axis. I have 4, and then click OK. The last step is to combine them all into one object. That gives me a simple way to create an array with a large number of holes in a part without having to wait to calculate the hundreds, I think thousands of holes in this case, that it would take to create this part. Not to mention that I have to remove all of the elements that I want to get rid of, all the faces that I don't want, all the way around the circle. Here, by doing it as a 45-degree wedge, I limit my number of faces I have to delete. It makes it easier for my computer to calculate, and I get the same result. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. My name is Stephen Shane, aka the 3D Professor. Thank you for watching.